Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you haven't yet, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment at the bottom. We're going to be doing some other shows too, along with Mama June. Meanwhile, I hope everyone had a very happy Easter, or as best as you can under the situation. I know it's kind of a change for most of us, no Easter egg hunts and no family and so on. But hey, you can always FaceTime people, you can send messages, you can call. And it's only temporary, so, just trying to make the best of it for a little while longer. So, anyway, this episode had a lot of things going on, and it jumped around a lot. So, grab your coffee and let's get started. We remember last time where Dodo and Big Mike were talking to the sheriff, and he said basically there was something keeping June from going home. Mike pops up with, that's probably that short ass Gino. And I would give him 90% right on this one, okay? Chances are he hit it perfectly. Um, I'm still thinking, though, that June isn't going home because of embarrassment or shame or feeling like she let everybody down. I think there's a little more to it than what uh, they're seeing. We'll see. All right. So, anyway, the sheriff is so nice and patient, and I don't know how much of a drug problem they have down there in Macon County, Alabama, but I don't think this is his first rodeo dealing with family coming in saying, my mother, brother, daughter, son, sister, whatever, got in trouble and we don't know what we did wrong. We don't know what to do. So he takes Dodo out to the actual vehicle that June sat in when she got arrested. He puts cuffs on her. He puts her in the car, shuts the door. The window of the truck has bars, okay? Not your average vehicle. And Dodo says, I don't know why she wasn't scared straight right then. Because she's on crack. She was messed up. Her and Gino were fighting, and that's probably the only thing she was worried about was her and Gino fighting. But anyway, they leave, and the sheriff says, there's a lot of motels down the highway. Start there. So then we flip back to LA. And baby Ella is sitting on the table eating pudding. I don't know how much she got in her mouth. I mean, she was wearing pudding, okay? Uh, Gina is an actual manager. And I'm sure she worked very hard for her home, and she takes a lot of pride in her home. She takes good care of it. And all of a sudden, it's being trashed by the Beverly Hillbillies, okay? Lights are left on. Baby's a mess. She complained about the food and the trash last time. And this time she's got Sugar Bear peeing in the yard, and in her bathroom there's laundry on the floor, there's makeup on the counter, brushes and all kinds of things, and everybody's running off to their own corner and not helping her. So she takes Alana to meet the design crew. You remember she was picked for the LA Fashion Fest. And I really loved how Diamond, the designer, talked to her. He brought up some very real situations. He had been there with the bullying, and he talked to her like a big brother. I mean, he's super neat. They got her measurements. She talked to some of the others, and she's scared. She did not do well on the Dancing with the Stars teen version or whatever it was, kid version. She's worried she's going to fall. And the other guy, I don't know his name, he says, if you fall, don't cry, don't run. Just get up and keep on going. And he told her a story of another plus size girl that fell. And she picked herself up. When she got done with her walk, she came out and did it again. Okay, good deal. Meanwhile, Jennifer goes to Star Magazine for her interview. And this isn't the photo shoot, this is just the interview. She's asked a bunch of questions, and mostly about June. Does she think June's a good parent? She really doesn't comment. Um, Other things about June. Is she worried now that June's putting weight back on that Sugar Bear will leave her for June? And that kind of hits home, I think. She doesn't say much. She just kind of side eyes him and yeah. Then she brings up, why is this all about June? This is about me. And the girl says, yeah, but people want to know because you guys have had this feud for so long. They want to know what's going on. So Jennifer confides that her mother, who passed away, we don't know why, what happened, wanted her to get healthy. That was her dying request, is please get healthy. And she passed away a couple of years ago. But that was her motivation to do what she did. Now, if you remember back, Jennifer also had seen a doctor because she's having chest pains and heart things going. And this doctor told her, if you don't drop the weight, you will die. So, combination, yeah, probably. So, then back at Gina's, Jennifer wakes Alana up early because Alana will be going back to school soon. She needs to learn to get up early. But right now, she's not in school. She's on vacation. So what's the point? I mean, why do you want to deal with a crabby kid all day? It doesn't make any sense. She tells her, your attitude has got to change. You've got to start getting up early, and you're getting ready to go back to school, and the staying up all night isn't going to work, and so on. And Pumpkin comes in, and before Alana even eats, she says, you need to go brush your teeth. Alana says, I'll brush my teeth when I want to. Pumpkin basically says, no, you get in there and brush them. You don't want to end up like your dad and have no teeth, which Jennifer doesn't think, that was appropriate. But it's so true. I mean, what better example? You want to look like him? Then don't brush your teeth. You want to, if you want teeth in your mouth, go take care of them. So then they flip over to Pumpkin and Ella and Alana at the arcade. And yeah, they've been stuck in this house other than working and doing their shows and whatevers. So they go there, and Alana's on her phone, and she had a picture up of her and Ella, and Mama June commented on it, how much she missed Tink, the baby. And Alana's hurt by that. And I don't know why June would do that. Why would she totally ignore Alana if it wasn't just for shame, just embarrassment, She feels bad. Maybe she wanted Alana to say, oh, you don't miss me, or I miss you, or something, and then she would say, well, yes, of course I miss you too, but she didn't. So then we see Gina at her office, and Jennifer has made an appointment, surprisingly. But I do understand her logic. I mean, there's too many people running around that house, and how can you talk confidentially about your career when you've got everybody in there at one time getting in your business? So she meets with Gina. Sugar Bear sits in the waiting room. Unbeknownst to Jennifer, Gina has also called in a few plus-size models that she wants to talk to. So they arrive, and they're all sitting in the waiting room, and Sugar Bear is, he looks like he hit the lottery. He's just so happy. He's just sitting there, just all happy, smiling, looking at him like, oh my gosh, look at all these big women. Oh. And, he starts talking to him, he did some modeling too. He gets up and shows them his moves, And pretty soon he's dancing there in the waiting room and just having a blast. And Jennifer comes out, and all these women are just doing everything they can not to laugh. He's like caught red-handed. I was waiting for her to grab him by the neck. Instead, she said, what the hell are you doing? Let's get out of here. So Then we go back to Mike and Dodo. They end up in a bar down in Alabama. And they talk to the bartender, and it's not very busy, so, there's a couple of people in there. And the bartender there basically tells them the same thing the sheriff did. There's all kinds of seedy motels up the road, so your chances of finding them are good if you hang around there. They'll probably show up. Apparently they got kicked out for not letting the casino maids come in and clean. If you're doing drugs and you have your stuff laying all over, then you don't want people in there seeing it, okay? So that's probably why they got kicked out. But that's what they decide to do, is wait till night. Why a night, I don't know. And go back and see if they can find her. So then we have the fashion show. And of course, Jennifer, Sugar Bear, Gina, Pumpkin all come to see Alana. And I have to say that I loved the long braid on her. I mean, it was great. She has this beautiful, thick, long hair. And it looks so much better than the fuzz normally going on. And, she could see her features, and still know she had beautiful hair. And the clothes that they designed for her were very good, very age appropriate, I thought. And, she pulled it off without a hitch. There's not a lot of difference, I don't think, between modeling and pageants. You get out there and you're dressed up and you walk and draw attention. That's what you try to do. And I think she did a fine job. That's my opinion, but, So then we go to Jennifer doing her photo shoot. Now, June had done a photo shoot, kind of a Baywatch thing, in a red bathing suit, holding the little red floaty thing, I guess they used to save people. Jennifer decides she wants to do the same kind of shoot, even though Gina said, well, people are always accusing you of following in June's footsteps and whatever. And Jennifer just kind of blows that off, like, well, haters are going to be haters. So she decides to do the same kind of shoot in a red bathing suit. So they're at the beach, and Jennifer's getting her makeup on, and you could see the little red suit, and then you can see like a tiger's or a leopard print thing. All right, so she gets ready to be photographed, and she's got this big red wrap over the bottom part of the suit. Why? I'm not getting that part. You might as well have gone out there in an evening dress. It's the same difference. But they do the shoot, and, she's happy. They say, well, we'll send you copies before, it goes out, so you'll have them. Okay. So the last thing we see is now nighttime, and Mike and Dodo are at this motel. And they sit in the dark and wait and watch. And before long, here comes a Suburban. And Dodo gets all excited. She's ready to jump out the window, And it has Georgia plates. And it pulls in. And so the last thing you see then is Dodo out of their vehicle hollering, June, June. And we don't know anything more than that. We don't know if June was even in the vehicle, or if she stopped, or if she covered her head like she has been and ran in the door. So that was basically the third episode, and it was a lot to absorb. A lot of jumping around, a lot of things going on. Like I said, if you like this, please like, share, comment, hit the thumbs up. I would appreciate all the help I can get. And don't forget, you can spill the tea, but don't drop the coffee. See you later, y'all.